Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back along to another episode of the Dairyman's Diary. My name is Frank, as always. I do hope you're doing very well today. It is a beautiful morning. It's gone about 8 a.m., 8 in the morning there. We finished off milking for the day. Sorting a few things out at the yard there, and we're just heading on down now to go and check out a few fields, really, see what we're looking like to get some harvesting done today. And we'll just have a look-see. We're just going to sneak around this corner first. Go and check on the oilseed rape, which is probably, if we can get to it, at least it's going to be field number 2 for the day. At least that's what I'm thinking right about now. Creep through here, but it's looking like it's all certainly just about ready to go. We'll just park you about there. But yeah, it's kind of, it's survived a few battles throughout the course of the year. One of which being the destruction earlier on in its establishment, but never mind, it's looking okay there. You can see there is a little bit of a tinge of white across the pods here. That is the pods are starting to crack open. So inside the pods you can see there, so it's definitely looking ready to go. The combine though, however, is set up, well, it's supposed to be coming set up for barley. So Roger said he was going to try and get the combine pulled over last night. If not, he was going to just bring it around this morning. We're not going to be able to get going straight away, that's for sure. It is a little damp underfoot there. There's a lot of dew on the ground this morning when we woke up. So it's going to take a little while for that to burn away and for the moisture to kind of creep down to something a little bit more manageable. But it's getting there for sure. It's certainly it's coming along nicely, so we're going to see. We're going to go drive down to the lower yard there just to have a better look, see what's going on, and then make a decision. There's a few different plans of attack for the day, and we'll see if it's obviously combining will take precedent regardless of what happens elsewhere, so we'll just have to see how that comes together. But yeah, there's lots to try and get wrapped up right about now. That is for sure. But as you can see, yeah, it's a lovely day. It's still nice and quiet on the roads around here, which is perfect for me. Great time for me to really take advantage of that and get cracking along. And you can also see there is a lot of grass everywhere now. Last kind of couple of weeks, last week 10 days, we've had a mixture of some very hot, warm, dry days and then intermittent showers as well. What that means is that it's becoming perfect growing conditions for grass. Livestock are loving being outside as well. They're getting a really high sugar content, high yielding grass to graze on, and we're making some really, well, we have been making some good silage, and I was worried a little bit about the quantity that we might have left, but it does seem now like with everything that's coming together, we should be more than fine. So we should really, with the acreage that we've got, which is growing along nicely now, I'm hoping that we could start a third cut fairly soon. And if we can, then we should be in a good place. But hey, we'll watch the space on that one. We'll see how it goes. There's no combine. I kind of thought I would see the combine parked in the yard there. It doesn't look like it is. Not there. Oh, I think it's over here. We need to get the topper out and trim these roadsides at some point. It should be up here. So we've got these 2 fields of spring barley on either side of the road to do, and there is Roger's beast all parked up ready to roll. We're just going to stop out here again. Perfect. So yeah, not too much to do really. I did bring the trail down yesterday, so if he got started before I was here, he had something to fill up. Not too much to do, but enough to keep him going. This field here is about 10 acres with all the bits that we've missed. We left this all bit out here because we had some hardcore at the tip from the building there. We put some trees in, and we're kind of getting along there. So yeah, it is a little bit of an odd shaped field, but hey, we'll get that cracking. And then on the other side there's about 14 acres to get cracking with. Not too much at all for this beast of a combine. It's a really nice machine. But as I'm even walking through here now, my boots are getting wet just from the dampness in the ground there, so we're going to have to wait for a little while. Once we get these 2 done, we're going to head on over to where the oilseed rape field we've just left from is, and then we'll get that one lifted as well, hopefully. And that's going to be kind of how we're looking there. So I'm going to give him a call, just to let him know at the moment we're looking a little bit out, to be honest there. I don't think it's going to be any time soon, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Otherwise, The third cut silage is going to be good to go as soon as we get this barley done and get this harvesting finished, get that baled up, then that's all done. And then next step after that will be moving onwards to the final cut of silage before we get to whole crop really after that. So yeah, lots for us to do. Today though, we're going to go and spread a little bit of muck onto some stubble ground that we just harvested onto the spring barley ground at the top yard. So that'll be looking into some in good condition there, all being well. The winter barley that we drilled is about 7 days old now around the farm, and that's should be starting to emerge through very shortly. Like I say, that mixture of good drying days and a little bit of rain here and there is probably doing their wonders as well. So I'm not too concerned about that just yet, but yeah, we do just need to get this ground worked over so we can get drilling sooner rather than later as well. Because all the jobs are kind of piling up on top of each other at the moment, but we'll see how that goes. Right, nothing coming that way. But yeah, we're going to go and head back up. We're in the 6820 and the mighty pouch today to get this all done and dusted. And yeah, we've got some more interesting news to talk about once we get up there, and something that might be upsetting to a few of you folks out there who do watch this, but we'll touch base on that one in just a little while. We did as well, just yesterday I went to go and have a look at the new combine, well, a new to me combine. I didn't buy it in the end. It was a John Deere, obviously, given the number of John Deeres around this place. It was a John Deere 2258, I believe it was, or 2058. It had about a 22-foot cut on it, and we decided not to for two reasons. One, it was a bit too much out of my price range, really. Well, a lot outside my price range, even the top limit. But the main reason was it was just too big. It was a big old machine there, and it's just way more than I need. You know, I had probably in the region of about 75 acres to cut this year, and we're looking to maybe not quite double that for next year, but it's just far too excessive for my needs, so I didn't really think the outlay was necessary. Beautiful combine to do a grand job for someone. That someone just isn't me right now, so we'll see what comes along. There's a few other options I'm going to look at. No more John Deeres though, but a few more options down the way, and we'll see if any of those make any more sense. But good thing is that I'm not in any rush, because once Roger's finished today, that's just done. So we'll leave it at that really, and just see what we can find over the course of the winter and spring. Knock you off there as well. Okay, so what we're going to go and do is we obviously need both these bits of kit, but we're going to start by just taking down the 6820, I think. This is, of course, our recently purchased Abbey side discharge spreader. We've used it a couple of times. It's done a grand job for us so far. Really can't complain. And it'll be nice to get some ground covered today before we have to think about moving back over to the harvest. Actually, we'll probably get a good few hours of it this morning. I think I'm going to let Roger know to come for about, or we'll take another check at about 11 o'clock this morning. Let's see how he goes. So I've got a good few hours to get some muck on the deck. And we'll see. We're going to start by loading out what's in the corner here. You might be able to see it at this muck midden. We'll see how that goes, and then it'll be onto what's left in the field straight ahead, actually. But we're going to start by going down here. So I think what we'll do, we'll just kind of poke this trailer around a little bit. Get a bit of an angle for the pouse then, and we'll sort ourselves out properly for the next load. There we go. That's what do it there. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna head on up, and whilst we walk on up here, there is news coming from the business, from the farm. It's been something I mentioned a long time ago that we were looking at. Some things that may change the outlook of the business. One of those of which was the extension land that we picked up, and that was a bit more of a surprise when that arrived, but we took advantage of it anyway. As you well know, we've got that extra land down there, some of which we'll be trying to get a third cut off very shortly. But there is more substantial news as well. We have been... Some of the buildings around here you'll see are quite old. These ones in particular are very old stone buildings. Some of these ones, whilst they look good on the outside, they are falling apart a little bit. This one was storm damaged, if you may recall. So yeah, I have been in a lot of application processes with the local government. Now, between the government and DEFRA, we have been looking into multiple different grants that will provide like a sustainability grant, really. What that sustainability grant will do is, get that down, what that sustainability grant will do will provide me with revenue or with a long-term low-interest loan to allow me to redevelop various facets of my business. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We are going to be redeveloping the farm. We're going to be flattening several parts of it, and we're going to be building up some new sheds, some more high-spec sheds, and making the whole farm a little bit more efficient. So that's going to take a while. It's been a lot of stress to get the business into that kind of place, and it's going to be very, very busy for myself as well. So now what that does mean for yourself, I have spoken with Simulation for the Nation, and we are taking a short hiatus, really, from me providing him with updates. It's not the end. We're not stopping by any stretch there. It's just it's a see you later rather than a goodbye, I would say. We are going to be coming back, and the yard's going to be looking new and refreshed. This last few months have been really tricky in terms of trying to get everything arranged. Then we had the disaster of the combine as well, which added extra stress. And I'm just feeling the need to not document Frank anymore, really, just to kind of let myself have some time away. So we are going to be leaving that for a little while. We're going to come back to you. Oh, we'll get over there. We're going to come back when we are kind of fully up and running again. Once the development's done, the development itself is going to take a little bit of time, as you could well imagine. We have tried to design the build in a manner that will allow us to do as much as we can as quickly as possible, with a big contracting team coming in to do it all, so it hopefully will take not too long. We have designed our milking herd at the moment in a manner whereby we can move them down to the lower yard, and we can milk out of there. So that's exactly what we're going to do, just to ensure that there's no disruption in that side of things. So with myself, with Nigel in there as well, who's going to be the milking manager, we'll be in a good position where we can just really take care of all that. So it's a lot of changes there. It's going to be interesting to see how it all goes, but ultimately it's just something that we had to kind of think about doing. So I'm going to be very intrigued to see what this all kind of looks like and how the development continues, but for now there, it's just going to be something that we have to wait and see. There's a lot of new sheds coming in that I think I'm very, very much looking forward to. It's going to be a real uptick, really, for the farm as a whole. So I hope that you get to see that sooner rather than later. And it's just rest assured that we will be back as soon as we're done with it, really. And then, yeah, give us a whole new outlook, and there's a few more surprises to come along the way with that as well. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, for today, we're just going to continue to get some muck put down anyway. Let's go and see how... Maybe put one more into there, I reckon. Down the corner we go. Perfect stuff. So yeah, ultimately that's going to be the news. Do let me know down below how you are doing as well. As always, I do like to know, but... That's some news that I felt I should give you an important update first there. But yeah, let us know what you're working on as well and how it's all going for yourself. And we'll be sure to keep an eye out for those comments and see what else is new, really. Now, I am going to just poke over here for now, I reckon. Perfect. And then yeah, we'll always still be here. I do still send photos now and again over to Simulation for the Nation, who I do believe is every so often sticking them onto his social media pages, so you may well see one up there as well sometimes. So we'll have to, if you do, make sure you drop the like or anything like that, and we'll hopefully we'll get you back on the farm here with me as quickly as possible. But I just felt with everything that's going to be going on there that it's going to be a little bit more practical, really, for me just to not be recording as we're in this development. A lot of money. It's a fairly large loan. I think I was told that it is the largest in the region, and when they said region, I think they're referring to about the 4 nearest counties. So it's a sizable grant. So we'll see. Really, I'm very excited by it. It's going to really shape the future the farm and of the practice there, not even for myself but for generations moving forward as well there, which is going to be great. But it's just an old farmstead and it just needs a little bit of a refresh and a little bit more life breathed into it there, and fortunately enough that's what we're going to be able to do. Fleet won't be changing with the exception of if I can find a combine somewhere, we'll pick up a new combine, but the fleet for the most part is going to be all staying the same. And yeah, we'll see how we get on with that one. I'm very happy with my fleet of John Deeres that we have at the moment there. They are serving me wonderfully well right now. And we're going to... Well, we'll start over that far side, I think. Should have gone the other way, but we'll take a drive around here anyway, and we'll go and get ourselves started here. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me really. And hopefully we'll see some updates sooner rather than later. I am expected to see the construction's going to get started. Really, the ball's going to start rolling on that one. It is currently, at the time recording here, it's middle of August or early August. It's supposed to be the 3rd week in August that we get a start on that. So if that is indeed the case, we shouldn't be too far away there at all, and the machines will roll. A lot of it is just going to be changing the actual shed itself. Foundations aren't going to have to be ripped up or anything. It's just changing the metalwork and the beams, making certain sheds bigger, closing some sheds in, and even putting the silage pit up as well, or putting the roof over the silage pit just to keep us in a little bit better quality there as well. So yeah, that's kind of how it's looking, and we'll see how we get on with that moving forward and see what it all looks like. But for now, we're going to leave it here. So thank you ever so much for watching. I have been Frank, and for the last time in a little while, I hope you have enjoyed. We will see you again soon. This is see you later, not goodbye. And yeah, stay safe, enjoy what you're doing as always. If you haven't done so, do hit that like button. Subscribe to Simulation for the Nation, who will always continue to host everything. And we will see you all later. Until then, folks, have yourself a great day. Enjoy what you're doing as always, and we'll catch you later.